baby, when I look at you with them baby blues cutting right through me. You set me on the rewind back to the good times when you couldn't get enough of me. I guess I'm giving myself away.
Hey everyone, we are doing a tutorial today and we're starting with priming our eyes with Painterly Paint Pot. Next we're moving over to Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream, and this is just a fluffy brush. Sigma makes one, I believe it's the E25 or the E30, as well as MAC the 227. And we're just blending this into the crease, and don't mind me talking in the background because, well, the sound was all off. So now I'm taking a MAC 227, and this is Desert Sands from Makeup Geek. I'm concentrating that into the crease portion, and this originally was a get ready with me, but for some reason the sound was so crazy, so we're doing a voiceover. And we're just blending that into the crease, having most of the pigmentation right there in the socket of your eye, and blending it back and forth with small windshield wiper motions and little circles. Blending it out again with a little bit of that Beaches and Cream color, making sure that it's a nice soft transition. Going in with that same brush and Time Travel from Makeup Geek. This is a beautiful deep teal color that's absolutely beautiful for a deep smoky eye. So we're just packing this color on the lid, and you're gonna wanna keep it concentrated closest to the lash line because we're going to fade it up. And I just keep applying more and more pigment of this Time Travel shadow. It's beautiful. Applying it with that same brush, and I'm just patting it, getting a little bit more, patting it, getting a little bit more, because we're wanting to really blend it out. Next, I'm taking a combination of Desert Sands and Preppy, also from Makeup Geek, and I'm adding that into the crease just to kind of help blend it out a little bit, because once we get that Time Travel up closer to the crease, it's gonna need a little bit of help blending. So as you can see, I have a little bit more, and now I'm taking it up closer to the crease, but not ever going above the crease of the eye. And this is a little bit of a process because you have to keep adding and blending and adding and blending. Kind of like if you were doing a black smoky eye, you start with a little bit of product and you just keep adding more and more until you get the desired intensity and you get it blended really well. So this is gonna take a little bit longer because it's a lot of blending. It's a lot of applying a little bit of a color at a time to get that perfect smoked out transition look. And just be patient, it just takes blending and a little bit more time than usual. Adding a little bit more of that combination of Desert Sands and Preppy, blending out along the edges because I'm trying to have it fade up so that it's not so harsh. And going back in with just the brush we used at the beginning with no additional product and blending that out, adding a little bit more and blending. That's what I keep doing, and you'll notice a lot of that, just adding a little bit, blending, adding a little bit more and blending. And I go back and forth between blending out the crease and adding a little bit of that Time Travel back to the lid because it does get a little bit wiped away when you blend so much. So just again, be patient. We're gonna move on to the brow bone, and I'm taking a combination of Baby Face and White Lies and my favorite angled fluffy brush to apply this to the brow bone. I will be going in with another brush and a little bit more of White Lies in a few minutes. But again, blending out any harsh lines. We're trying to keep this super blended, and again, adding a little bit more of White Lies just to make that brow bone pop a little bit more. And then my brows are done, and I'm going in with liner, and this is the Balm Schwing liner, which is a really great liner, really easy to use. If you want an alternative, the NYX matte liquid liner is absolutely fantastic. So we're just doing some winged liner here, and you know, wing liner takes time sometimes, and popping on some lashes. These are some Esqido lashes. I will leave the exact design down below because I completely forgot which ones these ones are. And I'll have to go back and look at my notes. But we're popping those on with the Esqido glue, which is my favorite glue. These are my favorite brand of lashes. They go on really easily. Now don't mind, these are lashes that I have worn quite a few times, so the band is looking a little bit questionable, but they're gorgeous lashes, and you know, they've just been used about 15 times or so. We're gonna go in with some foundation. This is a combination of the EX1 Foundation in shade 100 and the Koh Gen Do Aqua Foundation in shade 123. I'm using a big IT Cosmetics foundation buffing brush. This brush is amazing. It's so soft. It blends it so beautifully into the skin. And the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminating Concealer in the shade Light. This stuff is fantastic at brightening and hydrating your under eyes. So if you have dry under eyes, you will love this. And I'm gonna set it with my NYX HD Banana Powder, just using it's actually a blush brush, but it's a little bit flattened and squished. So it works really great at setting the under eyes. And I just kind of set the under eyes and along the side of my nose, and it just works out lovely. Next, we're gonna go in with that under eye area, and we're gonna use a little bit of Makeup Geek's Plumeria. These are their really, really great eyeliners, but I found that it kind of made me look a little sick. So I went over it with the color Espresso, also from Makeup Geek. These liners work really well on the waterline. They're super creamy. They blend really nicely, and I am a huge fan, and I really like the way this looked. Going in with Cherry Cola, and I'm smudging that along the lower lash line, again from Makeup Geek. This is a full Makeup Geek eyeshadow tutorial if you hadn't figured that out yet. And I'm gonna blend that out with Cocoa Bear, also by Makeup Geek. The only shadow we're using that's not Makeup Geek is this Urban Decay Basics palette. It's the lightest shade. I'm pretty sure that's either Virgin or Booty Call, and we're popping that on the inner corner and just brightening it up. I didn't have anything quite shimmery on hand like I wanted for this with Makeup Geek, so that's why I had to pull my Urban Decay palette out. Next, blending out my contour with a little bit of Makeup Forever in the shade 15i. This bronzer is fantastic for anyone who is light skinned. It shows up beautifully, it blends so nicely. This is a MAC contour brush, and as you can see, it just blends really nice into the skin. It's not too warm or too cool, so you can kind of bronze and contour all at the same time with this bronzer. Absolutely adore it. I actually need to pull that out because I haven't used it in a while, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. So we're just giving ourselves a little bit of a contour here, going in with Makeup Geek Spellbound and Bliss brush. This blush, and we're using a Real Techniques brush to apply our blush. That is such a tongue twister. Popping that on the cheeks, and then we're gonna go in with the Anastasia palette and using the color Bubbly and Dripping Gold, and we're gonna use that as our highlight with a stippling brush, which I absolutely love the combination. It's beautiful. So pop those on the cheekbones. For our lips, we're gonna go in with ColourPop Lumiere. This is my favorite color combination. It is the lipstick and the lip liner. It's absolutely beautiful, and that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Now the ending, the sound's gonna be a little off, but I just wanted to tell you guys that I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Bye! I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So if you recreate this look, then please tag me. I'd love to see your recreation. If you have any requests, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!